Alright, ready? We're all platforms, we're here to say we're gonna play some games. You'll need to win. Okay, we're done. Oh, we're sorted. We're done. Shabba-dabba-bip-beep-up-bo. All platforms, episode 3. Andy, what have you been playing this week?
That's the worst intro I've ever heard. Okay, so I finished The Last of Us on Monday, and I still can't get that story out of my head. It's the only game that's really properly stuck with me.
How long's the campaign?
For those of you who don't know, we tried to record this earlier, and it was just a mess.
Andy messed it up, so
I didn't.
We're starting again.
There's like 15 minutes of just pure chaos. So
I also want a keyboard.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, let's not go over that again.
It was a bit chaotic. But yeah, I finished The Last of Us and The Walking Dead. I started playing the Final Fantasy XIV beta again in its last weekend. Still couldn't really get into it. It's alright, but I still can't see myself paying monthly to play it. What about you, Sashin? What have you been playing?
I have been playing The Witcher 2, and it's my first Witcher game that I've properly gotten into, even though there's only 2. I've played the first one a little bit, but I found the movement system on PC a little bit weird. I am playing The Witcher 2 on PC, but I'm playing it with an Xbox 360 controller.
Yeah, I played it on Xbox, and it felt kind of natural, but I couldn't get into the battle system for it.
Oh, I really like the combat. It's one of my favourite parts, as well as the side quests and the... I don't know, it just sounds good.
It's very
really
pretty.
Broad European accent, sort of.
Yeah, everything about that game is just really good. I have no complaints. I think the movement system's a little bit slightly off, but other than that, that's totally fine.
I like the preparation before battles.
Yeah, I thought that the whole alchemy and drinking potion system and the meditation system would be really awkward, but it's really not. Once you get used to it, it makes a lot of sense. And the enemies, it's sort of like Dark Souls in a way. If you don't prepare, you will just die by any sort of enemy. So I really like that about it. It is kind of preparing me to buy Dark Souls, actually.
I think that's a good route to go, because Dark Souls is amazing.
I've also been playing a little bit of Mark of the Ninja. I really like stealthy games, and I really like the art style of that game, so it goes well hand in hand. I really like it. I'm going to try and finish it for probably next podcast.
It sort of reminds me of Shank, but like if Shank was stealthy.
Yeah.
Made by them.
It's made by the same team.
Oh, that'll probably be why. But yeah, I've tried to get into it. Like, I wanted to buy it on the arcade, but I just didn't ever have the money or ever really get around to it.
It's like £3 on Steam.
Yeah, but it doesn't have a Mac client.
Yeah, if you ever get a chance to play the game, do play the game. It's pretty good.
It's on my list.
Yeah. So, Chris, what have you been playing?
I haven't been playing anything this week because I've been getting drunk and watching the Indiana Jones films instead of actually playing any video games.
Yay, alcohol!
Heather, what have you been playing?
I too have been bad and have not played games like video games, but this is all platforms, and board games and cards are definitely a platform.
That's true.
So I've been, my significant other took a trip to London and we went to Orcs Nest. We kind of, flashed the cash and came back with the Munchkin Deluxe and a few other board games. And I've just been playing Flux and Munchkin and stuff like that.
Really cool.
Yeah. I've missed my Steam. I'm going to give it some attention this week.
Did you say Flux and Munchkin?
Yeah.
Yes.
That sounds like a kid's TV show.
They're really good games.
Flux and Munchkin, like one's a hero, one's a sidekick.
I would
like
watch
Ozzy
that.
and Drix.
Flux is a great game where all the rules change every couple of seconds, and Munchkin is a great game that's all about dicking over your friends.
How are you supposed to learn the rules if they change every few seconds?
It's really simple, and all the cards tell you how to go.
Yeah.
We had the Pacific one called Zombie Flux, and the idea is you've got to try and get a certain goal. In Zombie Flux, one of the goals could just be to be the zombie boss, be the only person with zombies and a baseball bat.
They make a lot of pop culture references, so I was playing Star Flux, which is full of Star Trek references and Star Wars references, like having the Expendable Crewman, which is a card that you can swap in whenever something is going to get taken away, and just say, nope, red shirt dies.
But yeah, I don't actually know much about Star or the Monty Python Flux, so I stuck to the classic Flux, and a little bit of the Wizard of Oz.
So,
but yeah, Munchkin is just you either help friends or you stab them
It's
in
a
the back.
D&D in cards, basically.
Yeah.
What have you been playing, Em?
Harvest Moon again, still.
Oh, man. Have you got your alpacas yet?
Have
No,
you
I
got
haven't got
any
the
other
alpacas.
game?
You know how much effort it takes to get alpacas?
Yeah, but it's been 3 weeks.
You have to get them all, like, full.
I've got-
And day takes, like, 20 minutes.
No,
Same thing every day.
Farming is serious business, Andy.
Yeah, but
episode 44, and we're going to be like, so, Em, what have you been playing? Oh, I've been playing Harvest Moon.
we'll set up a
You got any
countdown.
alpacas yet?
Yeah. I've got a really sad story about Harvest Moon, right? Because I was talking to one of my friends about it, and she said, "Oh yeah, I used to play that game. I named my guy Carrot." And then she's like, "Yeah, he never got married." And I was like, "I wonder why."
In Harvest Moon DS, just the plain Harvest Moon DS, if
Yeah.
you at the start, the mayor comes to welcome you to the town, and you've got a dog, and if you the mayor says, "Oh, this farm's a bit of a mess, isn't it?"
That's
And
fucking
if
shit.
you,
Oh,
if
screw
you
him.
take offence to that and click no, your dog attacks the mayor, and he asks, "Can you call him off?" And if you say no, the screen goes red and the credits roll.
He's the mayor. He doesn't know shit about
The
farms.
screen goes red.
Yeah. I came
Yeah,
across that
it
secret
goes right,
ending
and
by
then the
accident.
Does it come up on the screen like Resident Evil style saying, "The mayor is dead"?
No, it's just really creepy because you're expecting
Yeah.
to play like a gentle farming game, and then suddenly you press the wrong thing, and the mayor's dead, and the credits are rolling.
Which Harvest Moon is this specifically?
The launch
It's
one
hard
that came out on the
to get.
DS.
Oh,
Harvest
okay.
Moon, kill the mayor.
The mayor comes and talks to you and goes like, "Oh, do you need any help setting up your farm?" And you can say, "No, go away. I know how to run a farm."
I'm an
and he goes,
adult.
"Well, fine then." And he runs off, and your dog trips him over.
Right, screw him. He sounds awful. He's clearly the villain.
Yeah.
And then the game.
Sales of Harvest Moon have just tripled.
Yeah, and also in that game, it snowed once, and I'd named all of my animals. All of my animals were in the barn, and then the barn collapsed. And then I woke up one morning on Harvest Moon, and it said, "The barn has collapsed. Snowy is dead."
Well, that's what you get for sleeping on the job.
But no one told me that if I built my barn out of wood instead of stone or whatever, it would collapse.
Have
in
you
the winter.
never read The Three Pigs?
It's fine. So yeah, that's a pretty brutal.
Have you never built a barn before?
God.
Well, no, I did. on my
Gaze,
other
Em.
moons,
God,
but it never,
girls don't do things
collapsed
like
or
that.
anything. In other Harvest Moons, you could just put less animals in a wooden barn. Like, sorry, you killed all my animals. I'm not playing that game anymore. But yeah, I've also been playing Warhammer.
Oh, whoa, that took a bit of a turn all of a sudden.
Farm hammer.
I'm not going to go into depths, but I've been winning recently, so that's all good.
Woo!
That's a secret code for I don't want to brag, but I'll beat anyone.
I don't want to brag, but I'm the best at Warhammer.
Yeah.
What? No, I'm not. I know.
It's alright, you don't have to say it. We'll say it for you.
Oh, okay.
So if anyone wants to fight M, bring it on,
For
basically.
God's sake.
Shout out to Dylan.
She's issuing it. This is an official challenge to the internet.
What army do you use, Em?
Chaos Demons, 40k. Just angry lesbian women.
That sounds like a good army.
Well, no, that's what
Good
the
demographic.
majority of my troops are these women with, like, Mohicans. And the best way to, like, explain them to
Oh, well, they
people
must be lesbians
who
then.
have Warhammer is they're women with claws and Mohicans, and they're just angry. So, yeah, really angry
They do
feminists.
sound pretty scary.
Yeah. Shaped out of paper.
She's really good at painting too.
Heather, shh. Anyway, let's move on.
Okay, Alex, I guess that leaves you.
I've actually managed to get into 2 games I've been meaning to play for ages this week, so I'm kind of really happy about that. And that's TF2, which the appeal has never clicked for me really before. But
I've never played it either.
I started playing it with my brother, and I was like, you know what, this is actually a real, like, proper laugh. And it was pretty hype, actually, so I think I'm finally into TF2. I can't really justify why, but I was playing as a scout guy, and then I hit this guy to death with a fish, and I was like, this is a good game. And the other one is Gary's Mod, which I don't understand at all, and I joined some online match, and then I was a zombie all of a sudden, attacking someone's farm. And then the guy was like, "Oh man, you're like ruining my crops." And I was like, "Well, sorry, mate, but I've got other priorities."
I'm a zombie.
And so that was Gary's Mod. So that's what I've been doing.
Only thing I really like about Team Fortress is the meet the videos.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
the meet
they're
the
awesome.
pyro and stuff. That's just makes me so happy.
Meet the Heavy. I love that one.
Yeah, they're so good.
We played iSketch the other day, some of us, didn't we? That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that was pretty fun.
I wasn't involved. Screw you guys.
Sashin's 1-2 drawings, which were the bane of our game.
Yeah, it's easy to split the words up into two. Well, you think it's easy.
Hey, my almond, amazing.
Oh yeah, Heather's almond. Where
Almond
she drew
milk.
Like cubes.
That was
What the hell was that?
worst thing.
The lunchroom was a favourite for me.
If we
It's like
can,
restaurants.
we'll get everyone on and we'll make a little video on it. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, let's play that shit.
Those dogs that I drew. Just
I think we should do that. You never know.
Every
YouTube
dog
might
that M
be
draws
on
is the same.
I sketch let's play.
No, they're not. They're different in every way.
One of them you coloured in brown, one you coloured in black. That was the difference.
One of them had a sled.
One
the
of them
other
had a
one
bigger
sled,
tail.
and one of them had blue eyes.
I heard
Those are quite disparaging details to change, really. One has a shed and one has different eyes.
One of them was a red setter, and the other one was a husky.
Oh yeah, it was a red setter and it wasn't even red.
Oh, shut up! I didn't know they were.
That's pretty racist, man.
Yeah.
I know you guys don't play a lot of MOBA games, but I think one of you guys mentioned that Dota 2 is close to release, like full launch.
Wasn't me.
Oh, that was me.
Yeah, I just read what some of the updates on the game just before the podcast, and I don't know when it's coming to Mac, but I know they're going to be releasing the game slowly, so they don't have too much.
Well, this is the thing. They're ramping up.
players,
They're ramping up for final release. So they've made the tutorials and the introductory stages. They're free for everyone, and now a pass to the actual full game is like dirt cheap. We still don't officially know when Mac or Linux clients will be coming, but as it's Valve, it's kind of guaranteed at this point. So yeah, I mean, we're still waiting for quite a lot of stuff to come to Linux. So I mean, give it time.
I think I understand there's a Marvel or DC MOBA coming. That looks pretty interesting. I want to have a go at that. I don't know which kind of heroes I'll play. I guess I'll have to look at the abilities, but I want to play Green Lantern.
I think there's going to be MOBAs for everything soon. I mean, there's a Lord of the Rings one now. We've got, the DC one on the way.
Maybe MOBAs are where games are going to go to die, like when they make a racing game.
Where franchises are just left.
I'll just make it to a MOBA.
I think that should be the episode title.
next year,
MOBAs are the kart racer of 2013.
I'm waiting for the Nintendo MOBA.
The Nintendo one.
Crashing through the middle lane.
Oh, wait, that would be the best idea.
Yeah, they
I
could make it another mode in Super Smash Brothers. Just make it like Awesome Noughts.
What's a MOBA?
Multiplayer online battle arena. It's like, Awesome Noughts, League,
Okay.
Dota, stuff like that.
There needs to be a Pokemon one.
Oh man, can you imagine?
Pokeballs of people.
That would actually be pretty cool. It would take forever.
We need to stop coming up with game ideas that are all MOBAs. We're
But
just as bad as the
fun to
industry.
Just change the universe it's set in and just be like, MOBA.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is the kart racer for this decade.
It's a shame because I'm not very good at MOBAs. It's all the clicking that gets me.
Yeah, I get bad at it and then everyone yells at me.
I just hate all the people. And
I'm just really skilled at every game, so it's not a problem for me.
Yep.
That's why I love Torchlight, because literally all I have to do is just keep left clicking.
I kind of like Diablo likes, and I have fun with them, and I just don't like Dota-type games, even though they're kind of similar, just because of the multiplayer aspect.
Has anyone played the Van Helsing game, the new one?
Not yet.
Okay, because I know that's similar to like a Diablo game. It's top down,
Yeah, it's a Diablo-like.
and no one's played it.
I didn't even know that it existed until literally just now.
It's made by a kind of mid-sized developer, so they don't exactly have the massive marketing budget, but it's been mentioned on Rock Paper Shotgun and a few other places here and there.
I've sort of been, just because I've been like engrossed in the games I've been trying to finish this week, I haven't really paid any attention to gaming news this week.
Yeah, same. I've just been playing The Witcher 2 constantly when I can.
Professional. All platforms. We know our stuff.
Well, I mean, speak for yourself. So I'd say some of the biggest news this week was probably Valve accidentally making most of their internal library publicly available, and that's how we know about Episode 3 being in active development and Left 4 Dead 3 being somewhat along the line, as well as we've got some new details on the Source 2 engine, which I'm pretty hyped about, to be honest.
Like, what kind of new stuff's going to be on the Source engine?
Well, we've known for a while that Valve have been working on a new engine. Like, Gabe Newell has just openly said they're working on one. And
Have you seen Titanfall?
Well, yeah, exactly. The suspicion
That's on
at
the
the
Source
moment...
engine?
Yeah.
Yes.
It came after Peggle 2.
I didn't even know that.
Peggle 2!
So
After that, I just blacked out from E3. There was too much goodness in the world.
I'm walking out now. Portal 2's been announced. Bye.
Exactly, we're done.
But yeah, I'm like super hyped because I love the Left 4 Dead games. So the idea of another one, but with like, well, hopefully cutting edge graphics and really, you know, I mean, the Source engine doesn't look bad, but Portal 2 isn't winning any like artistic awards in that regard. It's kind of, I'm ready for Valve to step it up a bit graphically.
They're still good at aesthetics. It's just about how you draw things that go with the graphics. We've never really been that limited by graphical fidelity. It's all about what you put in the limited space you have and how you make that look good.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like Portal 2 is one of the best looking games I've ever played, but the graphics itself aren't what's impressive. It's the artistic style and the integrity of that world. Whereas you look at things like, I don't know, The Witcher 3, like, you can see there's a big graphical jump, and I'm really excited for Valve to make that leap.
Yeah, I'm now excited for The Witcher 3 simply because I've been playing The Witcher 2. But The Witcher 3 is going to be open world, but The Witcher 2 kind of feels open world-ish already.
For those who don't know, The Witcher 2 kind of has, like, smaller open world hubs that are connected together through the story. So you have a chapter, it's in a slightly open world area, and then as you move on through the game, you'll get to another town and another couple of open areas around it.
Yeah, that's what it is. But it feels very open and very free. I like that. If you had to choose to liken yourself to a gaming character, who would you be?
Does it have to be a realistic answer, or can you say who you wish you were?
You can say, okay, who would you like to be if you could pick a character?
Nathan Drake. If I could pick any gaming character, I would fucking love to be Nathan Drake.
Why? He's just a human.
But he can climb everything!
So can Ezio!
He can climb everything!
Yeah, he's just a guy.
And he always gets to say awesome one-liners, and he's dating, what's-her-face? I've completely blanked on her name now, but the girl from the Uncharted games as well. She's great.
No, I'd be Kirby
Elena.
for sure.
Oh, that's it, Elena Fisher. He's with Elena, and it's like awesome. And he's got Sully, the old man, but not in a creepy way, and that's his best mate. And he's lovely.
You're looking at me like I
and
should
Drake
know this.
says things like, Elena goes, Drake, I hope you know what you're doing. And Drake goes, haven't got a clue. And you're like, yeah!
He is pretty much Indiana Jones.
Yeah, except better.
Kirby?
I'd be Kirby because he gets to eat people.
Wait, so
nobody
you
bats an
ripped me
eyelid.
apart for... What?
Kirby?
Oh, Kirby.
Kirby
yeah.
doesn't get
What a
judged
cool
for
guy.
eating people.
What a cool guy.
Kirby can fly on the stars.
Exactly. Who doesn't love Kirby? He's great.
Yeah.
I think I'd have to be Mimi from the Super Monkey Ball. I've got like an indestructible ball, and I can float in the air when I eat enough bananas.
Do you
That would be
realise
pretty
those-
high.
That's like real life.
You realise those balls don't have breathing holes.
It's okay. They survive, and if I'm Mimi, I'll survive, right?
You can put that to the test.
Not saying my character's like a monkey in a ball, like me personally. If I could be a character, I'd be a
Oh
monkey.
yeah, I forgot my own question. Yeah, you're right. No, yeah,
Good job.
you would just Mimi. Yeah.
Sashin, who would you be?
I don't know. I'm struggling to pick.
Why ask a question that you don't have an answer
I
to?
want to hear your answers, and then I don't know. Maybe I'll pick mine after. I don't know.
I'd like to be Tira from Soul Calibur because she's crazy and she has that.
Yeah.
Like,
Is she the one with the ring blade?
Yes.
Yeah, she's crazy.
She's horrifying.
Or I'd be someone who can fly, but I don't really know. Or I'd be Pikachu because always be Pikachu.
That's a good point, actually.
Yeah, that's true. But that's a whole other question of which Pokemon
Yeah, but you
would you
get
be?
babied. If you're Pikachu, you get everything. But everyone loves you.
I'd be
Except
Ditto, 'cause I
you
have
wouldn't be
Vivian.
as cool as Raichu. That's the one catch.
Oh, do you know who I think I know who I'd be. I don't know his name, but I'd be the main character you play in Just Cause 2.
Oh, Rico or whatever he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Rico
just gets to do
Rodriguez.
the most insane stunts. So yeah, that's why I'd pick him.
It would be pretty cool to be Steven Seagal for a living.
Yeah, for a living.
For a living. You get paid professionally to be him.
Yeah.
Oh, also, this is total aside now, but I've just remembered it. I've been installing loads of mods on Left 4 Dead 2 and just to see what would happen. And I turned all the zombies into Teletubbies, and I was playing, and I was,
frightening.
and I
Have
was
you played
playing.
the Helm's Deep map?
Yeah, I love that map. And I was playing as Link and hitting people with the Master Sword, and I was like freaking out. I felt like I was having a seizure because there was just all these bright colours and Teletubbies just screaming in agony. And I was like, this is why I play video games.
That's like, but, you know, that's why video gaming ends. Because where can you go?
That's the
from
end
there?
point, yeah.
That, you've completed gaming now.
Yeah. Oh, also, A bunch of developers have announced they're working on a sex game for the Oculus Rift, haven't they?
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that. Right. And I'm so hyped because they've confirmed at launch it's only going to be heterosexual male audience intended, so it'll just be female porn stars in there. But they're going to work on gays and lesbians and everything.
Is that going to be DLC?
I'm so hyped.
Is there going to be like a campaign or like a story?
No, it'll just that's the future of porn, isn't
It's
it?
going to have multiplayer.
Like Leisure Suite Larry.
Oh, God, let's not liken it to that.
Leisure Suit Larry.
No, it'll be classier than that.
Is there going to be a lady version?
Yeah. That's going to be DLC. Is they're going to add guys to it?
Okay. That's alright then.
Safe.
It will be literally raining men.
Hopefully they'll just do like a bundle so it comes with a fleshlight.
I don't want to see any mods from that game.
I do. Look, at the end of the day, if the donkey's digital, I'm not hurting anyone.
I'm just glad that that's been immortalised on podcasts now.
Well done, video game.
I just want a 3D Poe that I can just walk around.
Oh, man.
Gone too far for our own good.
Has science gone too far?
Oculus Rift must be stopped.
This is a slippery slope.
Happens.
I can't wait for the Oculus Rift. I'm like so hyped. I feel like that's the next big step for gaming in a lot of ways. Like I can't wait to play like Amnesia on the Oculus Rift.
Oh my goodness, that would be amazing.
Yeah,
I've
freak out.
heard that publishers are trying to get some more money to fund this so they can, fund the tech for it so they can understand how it works with their games. And I think that's really cool.
I think the final like consumer build is really close now, isn't it? Because the screen's going to be in like 1080p and it's surround sound and everything. And
I
it's
want
like
one.
loads of people who've played it at first have said they've like Keza McDonald from IGN UK literally fell over when she played it because it messes with your body so much where her character jumped but she didn't jump in real life.
Yeah, my friend's had some like first-hand experience with it, and he said that it's good, but that is a problem. The fact that when you do things, like your body just doesn't understand it. And he says it's really light, which is really good because I was worried about it being quite heavy.
It doesn't look light even.
It looks fairly heavy, but my friend said it's really light, so that's pretty good.
I'm so excited for it, honestly.
Can you imagine if like you and your whole family have Oculus Rift and you're all playing this game? Like, how weird is that? Someone just like walk into your house, take some stuff, and walk straight out.
You'd all just be standing there the whole time.
Yeah, like idiots wearing this massive goggles.
Oh, video games.
A lot of people think that the final version will probably have a camera on it, so as well as just being able to do augmented reality stuff, you could have like, you hold a key and then it quickly brings up an overlay of what's actually going on outside the mask.
Evil Eye, but reversed.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm sure it'd flip it around.
Alright, so I guess that about wraps it up for this week. I mean, we've already covered the Xbox One incident on a shorter podcast, so if you haven't listened to that yet, you can find it on the All Platforms Facebook page. As always, follow us on Twitter at all_platforms, find us on YouTube at youtube.com/allplatformsshow, and we'll see you guys next week.
I knew
Brian
you were
left at that time. We didn't.
all platforms.
You don't need to hang up to listen to that. We haven't recorded.